Hello guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Banjo-Kazooie. I went back to spring and changed into the B, and we are going to exit Click Clock Wood, and we are going to go get the Jiggy that is up here, and then we are going to go into the final area, and we are going to make it very close to completing the game, but we aren't quite going to finish it in this video, but in not too many videos we will. Hopefully that'll help the audio a bit. I might have sounded a bit quiet. If we go through here, which is where we need to go, Mumbo's magic will start to wear off, and then if we walk up here, Mumbo's magic will completely wear off. We are now about to enter the final area, and it is a giant head with Tootie's face on it. We are now going to go there, and we see a giant game board, and behind us there is one of those sleeping transportation cauldrons. We will go wake him up in a minute. And Grunty is here, and she is telling us about her game. And we've completed the entire lair, and we've gotten through all of her tricks and traps, and this is the final test. The prizes are Tootie, a large coffee pot type thing, and a witch doll with a missing eye. So we have to go through the board doing different things depending upon what we land on, and then if we get to the end, we will chase Grunty away, but we have to get through the game first, and this will probably actually take most, if not all, of the video. And we might not even finish it. It does take a little bit of time. And after she's done talking, we are going to go wake up this greenish, goldish sort of colored pot, and we are going to go through, and we land on the first square, which is, I think it's just like a question square, sort of like a quiz. And we were supposed to know how many huts there were. I believe there were 5, and I would be wrong. So I'm going to take damage. And when you get something wrong, you take damage, and you have to try the square again. So this question is, in Gobi's Valley, what is the ride? And that would be a magic carpet. And now that we get that right, we will move on to this square, and we can't move forward. The next square is a picture question. She's going to show us something, and we're supposed to say where it is. That is, I believe, in Clanker's Cavern. Ooh, that is not an option. Then it must be in Treasure Trove Cove. And I would be right. So we made it past there. We get an extra health. We can go one of 2 ways. I'm going to go this way. As you can see, our jump is shortened, so we can't jump over any squares. And we have to pick the true fact about Freezeezy Peak. There are 5 giant ice cubes that live there. There are 5 snowmen, or it features 5 bears. It features 4 bears, and it apparently does not feature 5 snowmen, so I would be wrong again. But we are going to skip her, and she is talking, how many worms do we have to feed him in August, or in autumn, and it is 10. So we are now going to move on. This is a question about music. Which character has this dumb voice? And as I'm sure you can hear, that is Mr. Vile talking, and that will be the first answer, Mr. Vile the crocodile. And we're going to go this way and get that life. I'm not sure what the Joker card does, but we're just going to try to make it to the end of the board, save on time. And this is another visual question. And this one is very ambiguous. What are my options? Gobi's Valley, Mumbo's Mountain, or Treasure Trove Cove? I'm going to say Treasure Trove Cove. Really, I thought it was the giant arch. We're going to take damage, and we're going to have to do this question again. And what is it this time? I'm not quite sure what that is. What are my options? Rusty Bucket Bay, Grunty's Lair, or Clanker's Cavern? Ooh, I think it's Rusty Bucket Bay. And we are wrong again. I'm not so good at these visual ones. And this one is Freezy Peak. That is the button on the snowman. At least I get to show you guys a nice showcase of questions, as I'm failing to get them. But that one I know is Freezy Peak. Here we have a regular question. Bubble Gloop Turtle Choir is swell, but what's on the back of each shell? It is a musical note. That one was fairly easy. Up next is a time challenge. And we will actually get transported somewhere, and we have to do something within a time limit. And in this one, we have to spell Banjo-Kazooie backwards in a time limit. So that would be E-I-O. There is another O here, and the Z, and an A. It's not that hard, it's just whether or not you know where the letters are. Another O. The J is up in the corner. N, A, and with 15 seconds left, we are going to hit the B. And we completed the time challenge. And so we get taken back to the board, and it is completed. I'm going to go over here and grab this health quick, and we're going to go to this square, which is a Grunty square. I don't remember what they are. I think it's a question about Grunty. Oh yeah, these are the questions that Brentilda would give us the answers for. What is hanging from her bedroom roof? Rotting fish, dirty undies, or smelly socks? I believe it is dirty undies, and I would be correct. And we will move on, grabbing that health too. These things are bad to land on. I forget what they do. How many bears can fit in the igloo? That's how many bears there are. We're going to say 4. Which apparently would be wrong and is going to kill us. Yeah, those squares, if you get them wrong, they kill you and you have to reset. So I'm actually going to pause, well, not pause the recording, but I'm actually going to just go back through and do this myself. I'm not going to waste you guys' time. So I will see you in a minute. Hello guys, welcome back. I just completed the death square, and so we are going to move forward to the Grunty square now. And the question is, what did she always win at school? And that would be the sweaty socks competition. If you remember, that was in a few videos. We're going to go to the visual challenge, and yes, another death challenge. Probably isn't a good idea, but let's see if we can get past the picture challenge first. I'm trying to go the shortest way, and that would be Treasure Trove Cove. Okay, and here are the options. Treasure Trove Cove, and I would be correct. And Death Square, let's hope I know this. What is hanging from her bedroom roof? We already had this question, and the answer is dirty undies. And we will get past that death square and onto a sound square. And that tune, it is to some sort of race. It is, I believe, inside the Hornet Hive. Yes, it is. It is when we are battling them. And here we have another timed mission. We have to defeat the box again. How much time do we have? We have 70 seconds to defeat the box. So we are just going to go right in and attack him. I don't want to, want to waste the time of trying to attack him with eggs. We're just going to go right in and try and kill him. Shouldn't be that hard. And I'm already broken down to the 4 medium-sized boxes. And I can't believe I'm actually not taking more damage than I am. And there are 2 of them dead, 3 of them dead, 4 of them dead. Now we just have 2 of these boxes left. And he is broken, and he is broken, and he is broken. Now there's just 1. And he is broken now. And just 1 tiny box left, and we have completed it with 20 seconds to go. And I almost went to the left, which would take us around. Here we have a question square. Gobi's cactus conceals a prize. Tell me what if you think you're wise. He has an extra honeycomb. And we are going to get that question right. And on to a visual question. And we are going to have to deal with 2 Grunty questions in a row. And the picture question is... And that would be Bubblegoob Swamp with all the huts that we have to smash. And it is the first option, Bubblegoob Swamp. And we are correct. And on to a Grunty question. What was her name at Witch's School? Hog Breath, Cauldron Butt, or Jelly Belly? I believe it was Hog Breath. But I would be wrong. And I'm going to take damage for it. And what color undies does she wear? I believe it was sweaty yellow. I have no idea. And I would be wrong again. I'm going to take damage for it again. And the only color that she would choose, basically her favorite color, and that is gruesome green. And we have to move on to another Grunty question. And it is, what does she have as a lucky charm? A dragon's foot, a loogie-filled hanky, or a shrunken head? It is a shrunken head. Or not. Something's a shrunken head. I don't know. Apparently it wasn't that. And what does she like to eat for dinner? Slug stew, maggot pie, or dog dung burgers? And that would be maggot pie. And we are going to get a little bit of health here. We're going to have to go through 2 death questions to get to the end. And this piece of music. And that would be the wading boots that would make that sound. And if we can get the options... Oh. Let's go with that. Okay, apparently that wasn't the right answer. I could have swore that was the sound for wading boots. But let's try another sound question. And that would be a honeycomb. Unfortunately, we're not going to get a honeycomb for it. And we are going to do a quick time square before we will actually run out of time. And this is unfortunate. We have to play the 3rd game against Mr. Vile. And I'm probably not going to do that well in it because I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't ready for it. And I'm already behind. I can grab the shoes to make me faster. And I think I'm going to do so. Because it might possibly be the only way I'm going to win. The color will change quite frequently as to what you have to eat. And I am actually ahead now. And if I can steal these right out from Mr. Vile's nose, I should be able to stay ahead. And we might run out of time, but I don't think so. And I failed there. And hopefully he won't catch up. And I doubt he will, because we're right by 2 yellows. We're just barely ahead, and I ate the wrong color. And I'm going to suffer for it. He has now tied us. And we are just barely beating him, and with a few seconds left, we will successfully beat Mr. Vile, completing the time square. We are out of time. We will continue the very end of the puzzle when we return in the next part. Thanks for watching.